Hey and Sven Squad, how you doing? Today we're going to take a look at what happens if you bring Legion along with you to the Citadel in Mass Effect 2. Don't forget to check out my other videos. I have way too many Mass Effect videos at this point, some of them being guides and lore videos. Oh, and leave a like too, it helps the channel. Alright, let's start off with this. Bringing Legion to the Citadel isn't really a secret, as you can visit the Citadel even after the Reaper IFF mission, which is the mission where you recruit him. But since retrieving the Reaper IFF is basically a countdown towards the endgame, a lot of people happen to skip out at returning to the Citadel. Not only this, but it seems that most folks generally visit the Citadel somewhere around the first act of the game. And if you go to the Council right at the start of the game, you'll miss out on some funny banter and remarks that Legion makes if you happen to visit the Citadel for the first time. So the first banter, or line of dialogue that Legion says, is when you go talk to the security receptionist. Upon talking to her, you can discuss the fact that the security has been tightened on the Citadel. Check it out.
It's been a couple of years since I passed through here. Security seems to have tightened a bit.
After the Geth attack, there was a review of security protocol. A few minor changes were made to reduce the risk of Geth infiltration. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Geth do not infiltrate.
You should leave your personal synthetic assistant at home. They're not allowed on public shuttles anymore.
Geth do not intentionally infiltrate.
The funny thing about Legion saying this is the fact that his unit is called a Geth Infiltrator, which makes it seem that the Geth are not aware of their skills at sneaking around. The next banter from Legion comes when you're getting scanned by the Turian CSEC officer. Now, just so you know, if you bring someone like Garrus or Miranda along, Legion won't say anything, probably because they have bigger roles in the game. In order for Legion to say his line, you would need to bring someone else, like Jack. It worked for me at least. This is what he says when the alarm goes off.
Metal detectors are inconvenient.
Shut it down.
Another hilarious remark, considering that Legion isn't exactly made of organic tissue, and he assumes that he's responsible for the alarm going off since it's a metal detector. Ah, Legion, you're so innocent. The next banter, or dialogue, comes from when you speak to Avina, the famous Citadel VI. When asking her about the reconstruction efforts after Sovereign invaded the Citadel, this is what follows.
Is well regarded.
It looks like this place is recovered from Sovereign's attack.
Repair of the damage from the Geth attack is ongoing. There is still extensive damage on Tasery Ward.
Geth? It was Sovereign who led the attack. A Reaper.
I have no information on a Reaper. References to the term exist in some parahistorical theories on galactic extinction cycles.
Social engineering. The Council blames the Geth. Repeat the lie enough, they will not worry about the Reapers.
If you ask me, Legion is absolutely right, and he just explained how the Council and the rest of the galactic leadership works in a nutshell. And considering he's an AI, he's just stating the obvious logical answer to why the Council is so blind. Next up, while wandering around on the Citadel, you'll happen upon a spot that you can interact with, whereupon Legion philosophizes on the workings of organic communication.
This is not unlike our stations. Far more inefficient. Your organic shells require more space. Information propagation is slow. Many voices speak at once. We do not understand how it functions without consensus. Perhaps study of other hive species will illuminate, beginning extranet search protocols.
It's interesting that he says hive species, as if the Geth consider the Citadel races as a hive. When you think about it, Geth would stand closer to resemble a hive species, but maybe I got that wrong. The next piece of banter comes from when you visit Rodam Expeditions, a gun shop where you can engage in conversation with the Turian receptionist. Like the other stores, you can use a Paragon or Renegade option when asking for a discount. If you were playing as a Paragon, you probably missed this banter, since Legion will only engage in this conversation if you choose the Renegade option. Check it out.
I do a little hunting myself, you know?
That right. What sort of prey can a squishy human take down?
Geth, pirates, mercenary scum.
What? Where?
The Terminus. I'm heading out again soon and I'm looking for sponsors.
Huh. I respect anyone who hunts game like that. Sure. I'll give you a discount.
Thanks for your help.
Not a problem. Bring me back a Geth's head, would you? I'd like to turn one into a desk lamp.
That functionality is not to spec.
Again, I'm not sure whether to call Legion witty or just adorable. A Geth head as a lamp would be pretty dope though. Now then, we've arrived at the final piece of dialogue. When you visit the council, there will be a discussion of whether to assist Shepard in investigating the missing human colonies. But the council, being as blind as they were before Sovereign invaded, will deny the existence of the Reapers. The Salarian Councilor even suggests that Sovereign was a Geth creation, which Legion promptly responds to. Alright then, here's the conversation in its entirety.
Shepard, no one else encountered the hologram on Ilos that told you the truth about the Reapers. Only you and your crew ever spoke with Sovereign. I believe you. But without evidence from another source, the others think Saren was behind the Geth attacks.
Saren was an organic. The Geth would never accept him as their leader. They only followed him because he was Sovereign's agent.
Saren was a compelling and charismatic individual. He convinced the Geth the Reapers were real, just as he convinced you.
It was part of his plan to attack the Citadel. The Reapers are just a myth, one you insist on perpetuating.
We believe that you believe it, but that doesn't make it true.
Go back to Ilos and talk to Vigil. Or just look at what's left of Sovereign. It's obvious the technology is more advanced than ours.
The hologram on Ilos is no longer functional, and we have found nothing to suggest that Sovereign was not a Geth creation.
We do not have the technology to create such a vessel.
The word of your trophy is suspect. Perhaps the Geth following Saren were simply more advanced.
This Reaper theory proves just how fragile your mental state is. You have been manipulated. By Cerberus, and before them, by Saren.
After flat out denying what Legion just said, Shepard will get the choice of either rejoining the Spectres or telling the Council to shove it. When the Council has adjourned the meeting, Andersson and Shepard will have a sort of private talk, wherein Andersson talks about Legion for a bit. Check it out.
I want to acknowledge what Sovereign was.
Last I knew, we were still fighting holdouts.
Here and there. But they are increasingly disorganized. It's long since stopped being called a war. More like cleanup. Not that you can ever discount them. But we haven't had serious casualties for months. A civilian ship will spot an enclave and we send in a squad to clear it. That's probably why your trophy bot hasn't caused the stampede. They're not quite the boogeymen they used to be.
I've discovered that some Geth can be reasoned with.
I wouldn't make that part of your next pitch to the Council. You're fighting an uphill battle as it is.
It's very interesting to hear Andersson calling Legion a trophy bot, as if Legion is only a tool. Now, I understand that Andersson hasn't directly communicated with a Geth personally, but I wish there was an option to correct Andersson and set him straight. I don't know guys, as much as I love Andersson, that line kinda annoyed me. And that's it for this video, friends. Now before you jump over to the next video, I just want to inform you that I have 2 secondary channels that I'm planning on starting to upload stuff to. I haven't really had the time to do it yet, but if you would like to see any other form of content, like explanation videos or theory crafting videos, or tips and tricks and Easter eggs and stuff like that, but for other games, go over to MrHulthen 2, where I will probably start uploading soon enough. I haven't really had any good ideas yet. But if you guys would like to see other games, like whatever, just go over there and, you know, subscribe to that channel. I haven't uploaded anything there yet. I promise I will. And I would really appreciate it if you guys had any form of suggestions that I could use in the future. That's it, I guess. Thank you for watching as always. Have a great day, Sven Squad. Bye bye.